Microsoft Bob was a 1995 Microsoft software product, intended to provide a more user-friendly interface for the Windows 3.1x, Windows 95 and Windows NT operating systems, supplanting the Windows Program Manager. Microsoft Bob presented screens showing a house, with rooms that the user could go to containing familiar objects corresponding to computer applications, for instance, a desk with pen and paper, a checkbook, and other items. For example, clicking on the pen and paper would open the word processor. A cartoon dog named Rover and other cartoon characters provided guidance using speech balloons. Microsoft Bob was greatly criticized in the press, did not gain wide acceptance with users, and was not a successful or long-lived product. Origins: Microsoft Bob was released in March 1995, although it had been widely publicized prior to that date under the codename Utopia. The project leader for Bob was Karen Fries, a Microsoft researcher. The design was based on research by Professors Clifford Nass and Byron Reeves of Stanford University. At one point, Bill Gates's wife Melinda Gates worked as one of the marketing managers on the project. Microsoft originally purchased the domain name bob.com from Boston-area Tachai Bob Ansher, but later traded it to Bob Stein for the Windows 2000.com domain name. Applications: Bob included various Office suite programs such as a finance application and a word processor. The user interface was designed to simplify the navigational experience for novice computer users. Similar to early graphical shells like Jane, the main interface is portrayed as the inside of a house, with different rooms corresponding to common real-world room styles such as a kitchen or family room. Each room contains decorations and furniture, as well as icons that represent applications. Bob offers the user the option of fully customizing the entire house. The user has full control over decorating each room, and can add, remove, or reposition all objects. The user can also add or remove rooms from the house and change the destinations of each door. There is also a feature in which Bob offers multiple themes for room designs and decorations, such as contemporary and postmodern. The applications built into Bob are represented by matching decorations, for example, clicking on a clock opens the calendar, while a pen and paper represent the word processor. The user can also add shortcuts to applications on his or her computer. These shortcuts display the icon inside various styles of decorations such as boxes and picture frames. Released right as the Internet was beginning to become popular, Bob offered an email client where a user could subscribe to MCI Mail, a dial-up email account. The price was $5 per month to send up to 15 emails per month. Each email was limited to 5,000 characters, and each additional email after the limit was reached was an additional 45 cents. A toll-free phone number had to be called to set up the account. Bob features assistants, cartoon characters intended to help the user navigate the virtual house or perform tasks in the main interface or within the built-in applications. Gateway 2000 Edition: an edition of Microsoft Bob was bundled with a Gateway 2000 computer around 1995. The Gateway edition contained Gateway branding on the login screen along with additional rooms and backgrounds not seen in the retail version. One additional room was the attic, which contained the box to a Gateway 2000 computer. Along with the additional rooms, there were more icons that appeared by default in the new rooms. Reception and legacy: Bob was one of Microsoft's more visible product failures. Despite being discontinued before Windows 98 was released, Microsoft Bob continued to be severely criticized in reviews and popular media. Bob received the 7th place in PC World magazine's list of the 25 worst tech products of all time, number 1 worst product of the decade by Connect.com, and a spot in a list of the 50 worst inventions published by Time magazine, who called Bob overly cutesy, and an operating system designed around Clippy. Microsoft Steve Ballmer mentioned Bob as an example of a situation where we decided that we have not succeeded and let's stop. Microsoft employee Raymond Chen wrote in an article that an encrypted copy of Bob was included on Windows XP install CDs to take up space and slow down illegal copies. Tech journalist Uri McCracken called the story a delightfully urban legend tale, and noted its similarities to an April Fool's Day joke claiming Bob was hidden in Windows Vista. Rover, the software's dog mascot, reappeared in XP's file search function. The typeface Comic Sans was created for Microsoft Bob and is still a popular though often revealed typeface today. See also: Orphan Technology, Microsoft Agent. References. External links. Microsoft Bob Review, information about Microsoft Bob version 1.0 for Windows, the GUI Gallery, Microsoft Bob examining Bob in the context of other graphical user interfaces, a short computing history of Bobs from Microsoft Bob to Bob Metcalf to Alice and Bob. A more in-depth article about Microsoft Bob, video of the Microsoft Bob in action on YouTube.